Since Ruben Amorim has come in, he's spoken about needing players that can play at the right intensity, cover ground. He's talking about the physical levels of Manchester United needing to improve. After last night's match, he's saying we need to improve in defending transitions. And Ruben Amorim is very much aware, despite playing 2 matches at United, that he needs a left wing back, a centre back that can defend transitions and has the speed, an athletic midfielder that can cover ground, someone that's creative and can help score goals. Ruben Amorim has been at United for 2 matches and he's very aware of what all the issues are, and him and the recruitment team will be working on that, and there could be a few additions in January, more so in the summer of 2025. Now, I've always said, with all the news about Ruben Amorim's transfer plans, this and that, I think we have to be a little bit more sceptical because it's early days. Have they really planned much? But we also know that Ruben Amorim's very clever and he probably already knows what he needs to address after 2 games at United. And David Ornstein has given insight on not just positions United are looking at, but actually named some players, named the type of profiles we're looking at and more. So we finally got a tier 1 journalist coming out and revealing, what Manchester United are looking to do. He spoke about midfield, he spoke about defence, and he spoke about attack. So in today's video, we're going to break down what David Ornstein has said on Manchester United's transfer plans, link it to Ruben Amorim's comments, link it to news from Romano, and talk about right now where United stand ahead of 2025 to transfer the window, because it was a good win versus Bodo Glimt. I think we could have won that game 5-2. I think we were the better team, but there was weaknesses there. Defending transition in the Ipswich game, weakness midfield fitness, midfield legs, and obviously the overriding weakness of maybe just not having that wing back and lacking a bit of creativity. Now, David Ornstein has said that Manchester United are also likely to want to add a mobile creative player to operate in one of the deeper midfield roles. Man United need to replace Eriksen. They will leave, but they also will probably lose obviously Casemiro as well. We've got Maino and we've got Agata that can play in the deep roles. We've got Bruno, but we need to replace Casemiro and Eriksen. Maino, Bruno, Agata can play in the deeper roles. Bruno, I think, would be better, more advanced. But yes, we need to replace Casemiro and Eriksen, particularly Eriksen, because we don't know if we'll sell Casemiro or not. Now, replacing Eriksen for me would be Palacios, replacing Casemiro would be Belieber, vice versa, to be honest, because they're mobile players that can cover ground, that are athletically good, good defensively, but also creative on the ball, comfortable on the ball at breaking the lines. You could look at Stiller, you could look at Adam Morton, you could look at Subamende in terms of a more defensive-minded one. But I think it's been very clear, and it's been said by multiple reliable sources, that Ruben Amorim wants an athletic midfielder. Agate's been unbelievable. Agate was fantastic yesterday, and Agate's been really good in the last 2 games. And I think that's just purely because of his athleticism. It's such a difference, And I think Casemiro is so much better when Agate is on the pitch because Casemiro is not asked to cover massive amounts of ground. And having someone like Belieber that can cover a lot of ground, or Palacios, is needed. I think Ruben Amorim knows he needs another midfielder. Other than Agate, none of our midfielders are comfortable at ground covering. Maino's better on the ball. He needs someone that's got Agate's ground coverage, but with Maino's creative responsibilities to be there, because it's the depth. That's exactly what he needs. And it was spoken about in regards to sales that Man United are looking to offload Casemiro again in the summer and are likely to explore interest again. Despite Casemiro improving this season and being quite good this season, I do think Ruben Amorim will look to offload him due to the intensity demands, due to the fact of his age and wages. United would like to probably reinvest that elsewhere. Now, we spoke about this a bit last summer, how John Murta flew out to Saudi Arabia to try and establish connections. He spoke about Sancho, Anthony, Greenwood, and Casemiro, and I believe in Saudi Arabia. But Saudi didn't come in for any of our players, and we all felt, and even Romano felt back in May, that there was probably a chance that Casemiro was going to go to Saudi. But it was said that United are building connections in Saudi Arabia to see if that market will be an option for them. Clubs in Turkey provide an asset possibility for sales. Galatasaray, for example, were interested in a loan move for Casemiro, but the player turned the offer down. So we want to get a bit of money for Casemiro. We probably want Saudi to go in for him, but obviously with the wages that Casemiro is on at United, he's very likely to run down his United contract and stay another 2 years, to be honest. But also, if he's not going to get lots of game time, he could move elsewhere. Now, I think under Amorim, he's been playing well. He's been doing okay. Well, not under Amorim this season, sorry. Amorim's been in 2 games. He's been doing okay. I think we could potentially get some offers for him in the summer. Let's see. Guys, I just want to say right now, at the time of recording, I'm on 98,099 subscribers. So if you're new and you're enjoying this video, it'd be absolutely amazing if you do subscribe down below if you're new, if you want to stay up to date on daily Manchester United content. We're on that road to 100k. We're hoping to hit 100k before the end of 2024, but I don't know if we're going to do it. But let's dive into some more stories. On other big sales, Antony is the most obvious player United could sell to raise funds. Amorim may try and remould him as a wing-back, but unless he sparks a turnaround, an exit appears most likely if United can find a buyer willing to pay enough. I'm going to be honest, the difference between Ahmad and Antony in that game against Bodo Glimt. Antony did nothing. Ahmad come on and we already looked better. And literally, I can't defend Antony because every time Ahmad plays instead of him, Ahmad is considerably better. Maybe we try him at left wing back. Maybe he'd be better on the left, but he just wasn't great. He was not great. Antony and Delo were probably the two negatives from that game. Delo, obviously, I don't think he suits the left wing back role. Malacia, I'm not going to go in on him because he's not played a game in 500 days, but they were the two negatives. Man United want to sell Antony. Man United will look to sell Antony. A loan will probably happen because when he's on 200k a week, when he costs 85 million, when he hasn't been very good, being able to get 20 million pounds from him from another team, I really don't see it happening. I really don't, especially when we've never been good at selling. In terms of fullbacks, David Ornstein said this: Manchester United have been keeping track of Jeremy Frimpong at Bayer Leverkusen for several seasons, which is true. We might look at him and Kenda for the wing-back role. And Fabrizio Romano has confirmed that Manchester United have interest in Kirkus and Davies, and that Man United will sign a left wing-back in 2025. Whether we sign both a left wing-back and a right wing-back is yet to be known, but I know Frimpong we're looking at, I know Kenda we're looking at, I know Alphonso Davies we're looking at, and Kirkus we're all looking at for the wing-back role. Hernandez has also been linked, Loco's been linked, Aït-Nouri's been linked, Robinson's been linked, even Dorgu's been linked. It will be interesting to see, but I believe we will sign a wing-back, I believe we'll sign a central midfielder, I believe we'll sign a centre-back, and I believe we'll sign an attacking player. I believe we'll make those 4 signings, and then depending on sales, either a second midfielder, a second wing-back, or a second centre-back. In terms of striker plans, this is what's been said by Ornstein. United hope Amorim can guide Rasmus Højlund to become as prolific as Victor Gyökeres at Sporting, but another centre-forward is expected to be on the agenda too. Which is fair, because Xerxes not going to be a centre-forward in Amorim's system. He'll be a 10. And Rashford, I think, would be better as the left-forward in the Garnacho role, I think, than being a centre-forward. So we probably do need someone there for depth. And maybe Rashford would be our second best option after Højlund. Now, I thought Højlund was really good last game, but he is young. He does get injured a bit here and there. We probably do need to bring someone else in, but I was really impressed by Højlund, and I think he could be the Victor Gyökeres type player under Amorim. It was said that Gyökeres will inevitably come up in discussion given his importance to Amorim's system at Sporting, but I think it will depend on price and how Højlund does between now and the end of the season. I believe we have a gentleman's agreement with Sporting to say we will not go for any of their players until the summer. United have a long-standing interest in Benjamin Sesko and are also tracking Liam Delap, said David Ornstein. 2 players we've been linked to before, so they could be ones to watch. I like João Pedro and Cunha because they can play 10 and centre-forward, but I think they'd be more of a 10. I think, Sesko and Delap. Delap's been really impressive lately. Could be ones to watch, depending on how Højlund and Xerxes do as well. I think striker will happen in the summer. I think the only ones that could happen in January is left wing-back and midfielder. I think striker and centre-back will happen in the summer, if I'm going to be totally honest, unless there was a big injury. But I think with centre-back, with Euro coming back, Shaw back can play left centre-back, Maguire can play right centre-back. I think centre-back and striker happen in the summer. In terms of exits, these are potential players that could exit United. Luke Shaw, just due to fitness, not because of ability. I think he is good enough, but it's the fitness. Malacia, just fitness. Will he get up to the levels? Obviously, physically, probably wasn't ready yesterday, but it has been out for 500 days, so it's too early to judge. Evans' contract runs out. Maguire and Lindelof contract will runs out. Maguire could stay. Casemiro, if we can sell him. Eriksen's contract runs out. Antony, if we can sell him. I don't think Rashford will go. I think Xerxes, a lot of rumours that he could go, but if he doesn't turn it around under Amorim. But I think Xerxes could stay. But I've put the question mark Xerxes just because of the rumours. I think they're the players that could likely exit United. And in my opinion, to replace them, we need an athletic centre-back who's fast, good 1v1 and can defend wide channels. We need like a Canate, a centre-back. So I've gone with Diamonde, Murillo. They've also got to be quite good on the ball. We need a big monster profile centre-back that can cover ground and win duels. I've gone with Braithwaite for that one. I think we'd probably need 2 because we're going to lose 3. Left wing back, Aït-Nouri, Kirkus, Davis, Hernandez. We need someone that can do that left wing back role in desperate need. Athletic midfielder, I've gone with Belieber, Palacios, Stiller are 3 names that stand out. I don't think we'd get Stiller. And then forward, Cunha and João Pedro, I like that 10 profile. Or we go out and out on a Gyökeres, a Sesko, or a Delap. Let me know your thoughts down below, Man United fans. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.